Hey, folks, Matt Donald here. Once more, I'm here to advertise the Matthew Donald Patreon. We've got a couple new patrons. I'm glad people are actually listening to this thing. I appreciate the support. Our Patreon, which is patreon.com/Matthew Donald, we have bonus episodes for Paleobites, as well as the old episodes early and ad-free, because ads suck, but I need them to make money. So here's one, and you've already listened to another, I assume. Isn't capitalism great? Ryan Reynolds with his Mint Mobile. Our last episode, we talked about Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart because it had a dinosaur level. Last month, we talked once more about the obscure park builder game Dino Island, because I don't think we did it justice last time. That episode is still to come. Don't worry, it'll be arriving soon. And this month, we're going to talk about Nigel Marven's Sea Monsters, A Prehistoric Journey. Oh, it's going to be great. Such wonderful, wonderful stuff from our good old time-traveling paleontologist friend Nigel Marven. Good stuff. Link is in the description for you can sign up to the Patreon. Thank you for your support. Have a good day. Da, 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 da.
Roar. Growl. Snarl. Bellow.
Welcome to Paleobites, the podcast that puts the noser in dinosaur.
Oh, it took me a second of just staring at you like, what? Where's this going?
It's the noser and dinosaur. Come on, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, okay.
You know, look at those dinosaurs. It's a dinosaur.
Incredible.
Anyways, my name is Matthew Donald, and each week I and a rotating series of guest co-hosts talk about and rate a genius of prehistoric animal, be it dinosaur, mammal, arthropod, and so on. This week I'm joined by the nosiest one of all. Now you're fine.
Thank
It's
you.
Laura Owsley. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm ashamed of that intro.
It's fine. I am, though. You hit the nail on the head. I am very nosy.
Oh, nice.
I recently did a trip to California, and there was one point that I had woken up before everybody else on the trip. So I walked over to this breakfast place, and I got like a sandwich and a coffee.
Yeah.
And I was just eavesdropping on all the conversations around me.
I am such an eavesdropper when I write at places. So
there was this couple talking about how they have like, I think it's their niece or something is like staying with them and sleeping on their couch, but she's like very much overstayed her welcome.
Oh no.
And so it's just so fascinating sitting there and like sipping my coffee and like listening to them be like, well, then Melissa took 45 minutes in the bathroom this morning.
Oh, no. 45 minutes? What are you doing? I mean, look, if you're taking a long shower, I guess, and putting on makeup and...
Yeah, long shower, makeup, do your hair.
Yeah, I can see 45 minutes. If it's a dude, they're in the bathroom for 30 minutes of that reading the newspaper.
Oh, no, they're still in the bathroom for 45 minutes. Just they're on the toilet for all 45 minutes on TikTok.
Yeah. That is what we do.
I mean,
TikTok, sometimes Twitter, sometimes just a game like Bejeweled, Angry
just playing
Birds.
Candy Crush again and again and again.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't like Bejeweled because it's like, it always is like, no more moves. I'm like, but I was already getting in the groove of it.
Oh, fair. I get too addicted to phone games.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime I download a new one, it becomes like all of my free time.
Oh, Jurassic World, the game, has consumed my soul.
Oh, I can't do it because then it's like all I think about, and I'm like, okay, I have to keep like the most boring basic phone games. So I have like
ones with no microtransactions because they'll get you if they do.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I've spent hundreds of dollars on Jurassic World, the game. Probably hundreds of dollars just this year.
I can't blame you too much. My video game that I play is The Sims. And once in a while they get me with those expansion packs.
Oh my goodness. And you're like, oh, but look at this. It's just $2. And they're like, it's just who cares? And then it adds up.
Yeah. You're like, okay, but like normally this stuff pack is $10, but today only it's on sale for $7.
And I'm like,
that's a deal.
That is a deal. That's wow, I'm saving $3 when actually you're just spending $7 that you weren't gonna use.
And like half of them are like terrible quality because they're from 2014. And so you're like, oh wow, these look like terrible.
One of the best ones about this game is that so you get these dinosaurs and you can level up the dinosaurs by feeding them or whatever and getting 2 of them and then they evolve and they become cooler looking one or whatever. But some of them you only get them through special cards. They have to get through certain events and stuff, and so it's kind of a whatever chance if you get them or not. But then you see like these packs that like, hey, if you spend $15, there's a 25% chance this one dinosaur you need to complete your set. You can get it. And I'm like,
25%? That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like, that's pretty good. When else am I going to get it? So I spend the $15. I don't get it. I get some other one. I'm like, well, let me try one more time. Same thing. I do it a couple more times. So I basically spent about $60 on literally nothing.
So what I'm hearing here is that Matt and I are not going to Vegas.
No. Oh my God. I went to Dave & Buster's not too long ago with friend of the show and fellow co-host Lexi Ryan, and I spent so much.
But you really don't drink alcohol very much.
I got a Long Island iced tea though. That's why I got a Long Island iced tea.
Ooh.
And I did get a lava lamp with my points that I earned.
So that's totally worth it. That lava lamp would have cost you $15 on Amazon
and
anyway.
I spent about $50 for these tickets.
See,
but I was getting it for free because I got it with the tickets I
exactly.
won. Right?
So it makes it worth more.
Aliens are going to come down to our civilization, find out we're all fighting each other and devoting our entire lives to this concept of money that isn't real, that we all just agree on, and they'll be like, why? And we'll be like, no.
Trust us, we don't like it either. Like,
if I could just be like, hey, it's not real, guys, and then they would believe me because it's true, that'd be great, but that's not how it works.
Unfortunately, no, not how it works. There's a song about what if I like took all the money in the world and like divided it up and like fed everybody and took care of the sick and all that. And it's a pretty good song. It's not amazing, but it came at a time, I listened to it for the first time at a time that it was 2 a.m. I was driving from Denver to Phoenix.
Yes.
And I truly had $200 in my bank account and knew that because of the new gig I was taking in Phoenix, I was not going to be paid for another 5 weeks.
Oh no.
And so it was like, just at a time in my life that I was like, this is the best song.
Not fed, of course, because you feed with don't feed them after midnight. And speaking of which,
incredible transition.
I know, right? So we're talking about this dinosaur that was described actually last year. I found that I've looked in the notes here, but it's you and I saw Gremlins together in the cinema
we did
a couple
indeed.
years ago. Yeah, so I was like, once I heard there was a dinosaur that's literally just called Gremlin,
we have to
talk about it.
Yeah. I was just telling somebody that story the other day.
About watching Gremlins in the theater.
Yeah.
Was that the first time you saw it?
It was.
Yeah, it was the first time I saw it too.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also, not to put Matt on the spot, but it was also the first time I've ever seen Matt drunk.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was pretty drunk that night. Yeah, because I was like, I bought this $12
margarita.
And I was like, it was terrible, but I don't want to waste my money. So let me get some soda to wash it down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't do that. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun night, though.
It was a fun night. Like, I thankfully I'm okay when drunk. I don't.
We just stumbled our way from the taco shop
to the movie theater.
To the movie theaters.
Like, let's go watch the movie. Gremlins. Yeah. Anyways, so Gremlin. Gremlin Slobodorum is its full name, which
Gremlin
is
Slobodorum. That's not the most flattering name.
No, it makes me think of was it in Return of the Jedi, that monkey Salacious Crumb, that monkey lizard rat thing was like, you know that guy?
Nope.
And you ever seen Star Wars?
I've seen Star Wars, but I've seen Star Wars in the way that like I grew up with the movies on TV. So I've seen Star Wars, but I saw it in, you watch 4 minutes of the movie and then 3 minutes of commercials.
Oh, but see, this is why when people are like, oh, streaming has ruined TV, I'm like, it has in some ways, but in other ways, it doesn't do that anymore, at least. It's just, there's still ads, but it's not 3 minutes worth for every 5 minutes of TV.
I don't know. Trying to watch the Olympics with Peacock.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I don't know. Maybe it's because I pay for the premium stuff, and I'm privileged like that.
Cheap.
Anyway, so no, this reminds me of Salacious Crumb from Return of the Jedi. He's like a little monkey wizard rat thing in Jabba's palace that's just like,
incredible impression. Like a demented Mickey Mouse.
Oh no, he's terrible. he's the worst. Oh man. So he also chews one of C-3PO's eyes out.
Oh,
yeah, it's like it's
casual.
Dangling out with wires. Yeah, so
It's a family picture.
oh yeah, well
I know Star Wars is not technically.
This is also the one where Leia was a sex slave for a bit, because with the bikini. Yeah, so
I mean, to be fair, we grew up with Rocco's Modern World, and then you rewatch that as an adult, and you're like, oh, that's what his job was.
You know what the crazy thing is? That was the second time someone's brought up Rocco's Modern World to me
today.
Today, I was just talking to my fiance on the phone. We were talking about wallabies, and they mentioned Rocco's Modern World.
Well,
I haven't heard about that show. Anyone mention that show in like 10, 15 years, and something I hear about twice in one day.
We're all on the same wavelength.
From two different people, yeah.
Well, that's it. Catherine and I are already best friends.
What is his job?
He's a phone sex line.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, Gremlin Slobodorum.
Beautiful.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Where are my notes here?
Okay, I want to talk about this guy because he's weird looking.
He certainly is, isn't he? He certainly is. It means the Gremlin. The Gremlin. Okay. Type is a leptoceratopsid ceratopsian, a group of horned dinosaurs related to Triceratops and the like, but far smaller and with much less developed frills, and no horns either. They just had the beaks and like a little bit of a small frill, but like not that. Size 6 feet, so it's 1.8 meters long, 220 pounds, 100 kilograms. So basically me.
Oh yeah.
Give or take 50 pounds. I'll let you decide whether or not to give or take those pounds.
Mm-hmm. I'll leave that up to everyone's imagination.
Oh, man. Diet herbivore. Time, Late Cretaceous. 78 to 76 million years ago. Location, Alberta, Canada. So many goddamn dinosaurs there. It's kind of insane.
Well,
Alberta is just full of them.
That's what they say about Canada. It's really cold and there's a lot of dinosaurs.
There's maple syrup. There's moose. There's beavers, and there's dinosaurs.
It's true. True.
I watched Back to the Future recently, and there's
movie.
Yeah, and there's this one part where Michael J. Fox's Canadian accent slipped. It's when he was like, when they were at the school in the 50s, and he was there with Doc, and he was like, what'd she ever see in that kid? And Marty's like, oh, I guess she felt sorry for him.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm like, oh, sorry. Describing 2023 pop culture appearances. There were 2 movies about these guys in the 80s, nearly 40 years ago, before they were discovered. They knew. They were called Gremlins and Gremlins 2 or whatever.
Perfect. Yeah.
What weird Christmas movies those were.
Yeah. It's very 80s nostalgia. So if you grew up with it as a kid, it's amazing. But watching it as an adult,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting how PG back in the 80s freaking meant something compared to now.
Oh, absolutely. Now PG is just
Minions movies are all PG.
Yeah, and they make one fart joke and
occasionally you see a Minion butt crack.
I was gonna say show a butt. And that makes it PG now versus back then. There's some freaky stuff that happens in those movies.
The original Poltergeist movie is rated PG.
It is?
Yes.
Ooh.
So, so back then, it seems like not only were PG movies a lot more intense, our movies were a lot tamer.
Well, I also think that for a while there, we didn't have the rating. And
but they didn't have PG-13. Yeah, that was added later. But back then, there was it was weird how tame the R-rated movies were and how intense the PG movies were of the 80s.
Yeah, I really think that we should go back to having more intense PG movies.
Yeah, why not
and even
scare the
more
kids more?
Intense PG-13 movies.
And even more intense
rated R
movies. Really kid-friendly NC-17 movies.
Yeah. If we could actually make I was trying to think of a C word and I just
I got one, but I'm not going to say it anyway. I got a C word, ceratopsian, which is what gremlins are. Nice. Gremlin is.
No ceratopsians under 18.
Yes, of course. So, Gremlin, the dinosaur, it's called Slobodorum because it honors a couple with the worst name in the world, Ed and Wendy Sloboda.
Oh, that's a...
Yeah, who contributed to paleontology in Canada and were involved in the holotype's discovery. So yeah, Sloboda. I don't know why they added the Dorum. It's just a Slobodorum, just like a slobby gremlin. When you think of this thing, I just think of something gross and drooly and
Yeah. This thing looks like he would be slimy. Like, there's no way this is not like the kind of dinosaur that has like the like ooze. Like, you go to pet him and your hand pulls away and it's just like a string of green ooze.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever had a handshake with someone and realized why we should never touch people's hands ever? Like, it's like weirdly sweaty or like weirdly like sometimes it's like wet, but like slimy wet, you know? It's like not
super slimy. I've had certainly like you go to shake somebody's hand and it's like they're like either limp in your hand or they're like way too intense and like crushing your hands.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had like slimy. Have you?
I have. It's not fun. I'm like, you should never touch anyone. But yeah, so I can see this giving a slimy handshake. If it could shake hands, it doesn't look like it could. I think it was permanently quadrupedal.
I was gonna say, it does not look like this guy had opposable thumbs.
Yeah, these guys are basically like the pigs of back then. They're about that size, a little bit bigger, and then they ate plants, whatever. Maybe occasionally, I could see this thing eating some like being in dirt like a pig. Like,
I can see that. I definitely get like rolling around in mud vibes.
But probably
if
not.
you could just keep up those noises. Actually, that's great.
Just
yeah,
ASMR.
Yeah. That's just God. Yeah. That's what I think of when I think of ASMR is pig slop.
This is ASMR. We're talking about dinosaurs like trilobites with the Gremlin Slobodorum.
I don't want to like drool on your microphones.
You're getting very sleepy.
It's now hypnosis.
It's a hypnosis tape, yeah.
Ooh, do you think Gremlin would be a good hypnotherapist?
No. 100% no.
I don't know. He reminds me of like, you know, the like short kind of stubby bald man that you would see as like the therapist in movies.
Oh yeah.
I would have that like droning like, and what do you think about this? You're like, okay, back to the main plot.
I don't think it's graceful. I could see this being a good victim to a hypnotist.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, like the one. He's prone to subliminal messaging. Yeah,
I get very strong like nothing happening upstairs vibes.
Hello, my name is Gremlin Slobodorum.
Get just like, you know how when you see like a dog that's an unfortunate product of some bad breeding.
Oh yeah, or some inbreeding.
That's or like some inbreeding.
Yeah, they wanted to have like a beautiful, pure golden retriever, pure blood, aka dumb as shit. Because it's
brought out all the brains.
Oh my goodness. Oh. The idea behind purity is just so gross and like kind of racial purity. Guys, hot take, eugenics is not a good thing.
You heard it here first.
Wow, I know I'm the only one brave enough to say it.
Yeah, that's this podcast is very staunchly anti-eugenics.
Wow, and it's the only one that dares to be such. Okay.
Only one.
So we can actually talk about the actual dinosaur here rather than whether it's a hypnotist, a pig, or
ASMR.
That's the slob. It's sorry, I can't help it. But like, imagine listening to this with headphones on. Especially when you're trying to go to bed.
That I actually exclusively listen to this podcast to go to bed.
Makes sense.
Yeah, every night.
We say our bad jokes about, and then we
I refuse to listen to anything that's not me talking.
Oh yeah, it's always your podcast episode. No one else's.
Oh
okay.
no.
Okay, so it looks like this one's related to some like so the leptoceratopsians, they have Cerasinops, Ferrosaurus, like Ferrosaurus, like Ferris wheel, like
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. Oh, another '80s movie.
See.
Okay, Prenoceratops, Montanoceratops. I wonder where that's from. Unescoceratops, and a few others. Coronosaurus, the perpetrator.
We knew it. It started with the dinosaurs.
Ooh, Auroraceratops. Helioceratops. Aculops. I've done Aculops before. That one's not Leptoceratopsian, but that one is it's considered one of the cutest dinosaurs. Let's see if we can get a picture of it for you. It's related-ish.
The pug of the dinosaur world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is kind of adorable.
It's got more of a frill, but it's also bipedal too.
Kind of the mohawk tail.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
This one's not cute. This one, they deliberately made it ugly.
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Why deliberately make it ugly?
Yeah,
right?
that one's kind of in the
deliberately
middle
make
there.
it
That
scary?
one's kind of in the middle
That
there.
one's kind of so ugly. It's cute.
Yeah, this one's just cute.
This one reminds me of like Togepi from Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them are inspired by dinosaurs, so that makes sense. Anyway, so Gremlin is a leptoceratopsian, which is like smaller triceratopsians. It's called Gremlin because they thought it was funny.
Fair? Fans of the movie?
Yeah, fans of the movie or the mythical creature, but they're mythical creatures. They're not like Greek myths; they're recent ones. Apparently, I've heard they are invented at the beginning of the 20th century to explain malfunctions in aircraft. And later in other machinery or processes. Is your computer being too slow? Can you barely get Sims 4 to function on your PC?
Oh,
Blame a gremlin.
you're right. It's all the gremlins' fault.
Yes. Apparently, the tales of gremlins helped a lot in World War II, as sharing gremlin tales built morale among pilots and aid them with repelling the Luftwaffe invasion during the summer of the 1940s. That's cool.
That is cool.
So yeah, this guy helped in World War II.
Look at that. He's the real hero.
He's a veteran.
He's a veteran. He's a hero to our troops.
Mm-hmm. Uncle Sam gives him... I was going to say, during the summer of 1940, that's before America joined the war. That would be the British. So Uncle Sam does not approve.
Anywho.
Let's rate Gremlin 1 out of 65 million. I'm going to give it 20 million because it's gross.
20 million. I could see 20 million.
Yeah. Did we talk about this creature at all? I feel like most of these episodes are like,
I don't know.
what is it to say? What is there to say about Gremlin? Slobador, mother.
So I rated 1984.
Oh,
because that's the year the movie came out.
Oh, not because it's a fascist creature. Not because of that.
No. But we were talking about pigs.
We were talking. That's true. So I rate this Animal Farm. Wait, you rated? Oh, 1984. You rated a number?
I know.
What
but
is
like,
wrong with
a
you?
year. In my defense, it's a year.
Okay, fine. I suppose you never rate things. If one of these days you're going to rate something out of 65 million, I'm just not going to process it until later on. I was like, wait, what? Holy!
The very last episode of this podcast, I will actually give it a serious rating.
I'm going to rate it like 30 million. It's like, oh yeah, and then I'll be editing it. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, all right. That's it for
Slowly
this.
looks up from the laptop, looks out dramatically at the camera. Hold on a moment.
And then I do that thing with the spray dog does. Bum, bum, bum.
The dramatic head twist.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it for this week. You want to get a hold of the show, contact me at palebytespodcast@gmail.com, palebytespod on Twitter, and palebytespodcast everywhere else. Where can they find you, Laura?
They can find me at Thespian Laura, ThespianLaura. I'm on Threads, which is the new Twitter, but I'm still on the old Twitter, so I don't know if it matters.
Yeah.
Instagram is probably where you'll find me the most. It's a lot of bad tweets I just repost.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. And then on TikTok, where you still posted 0 videos?
I still have posted 0 videos.
How many followers are you at?
I am still at 69 followers.
Oh, nice.
Right? Thank you. My goal is to get to 100 followers without ever posting a video. So if you guys could all go and follow me.
Yeah.
Although maybe don't, because then I would feel compelled at 100 followers to post a video.
But then you did it. You made 200 followers without posting a single video.
It's true. But one of these days.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. Well, that's it for this week. And of course, you know what we're going to say at the end of this episode. Like we said. Oh, my God.
I gotta